Welcome back to Simple C10. We're getting ready to show you how to install these CVF hood hinges on your 60 to 66 C10. So stay tuned, check it out. On this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on any of the videos that we're putting out. I'm getting ready to drop actually 2 or 3 in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned. Got some exciting stuff for you. So we're getting ready to dive into installing these CVF hood hinges. As you can tell, man, these things look sweet. So the way that I've cut out my inner fenders here, it's a little bit different than a lot of people do, and this allows you to keep your stock hood hinges, but you lose the spring. And when you lose that spring, there's no way to put your hood up unless you put a little prop here in the front, kind of where that jack is there. Put a prop on the hood to prop it up. But with these, it has a 400-pound shock on it. So you're able to install these in your factory hood hinge placement with shocks. Couple things that I want to point out about these hood hinges. I mean, they look cool, first of all. That's always a plus. The big shock here, 400-pound shock on both sides. The design just looks really good with trucks like this. And all the adjustment, that's the main thing with these hood hinges. They were created to adjust with the hood on by yourself. So a couple different adjustments here. You can see this. That will adjust the back of your hood up and down. So super easy there, no shims needed, anything like that. You twist that, it'll go up and down. These adjustments on your fender, that'll be up and down. You can see that that one's kind of in the middle. So there's another set screw right here that you get with an Allen. You twist it down, that way it rests on the top of that screw, so that hood hinge is not gonna go up and down because it's rested on that bolt there. You can kind of see on that one right there. That's great, a lot of adjustment there. You've got adjustment here in the hood back and forth, but also with this little tool, you can go left to right by twisting this around with an Allen. You loosen it up a little bit, and then you twist that, and then you can adjust the hood left to right. So all those adjustments you can do by yourself with the hood on the truck. Mess around with it until you get it perfect. And I want to show you kind of how my hood looks. Something I've ran into in the past with the Porterbuilt or the switch suspension hood hinges is it seems like the back of them always wants to pop up just a little bit, and it's hard to get all your body lines right, and there's not much adjustment in those. So check that out. It's money. A few small adjustments. Took us about 5 minutes of adjusting a few of the screws to get it just right on both sides. And the gaps there. Front looks good. So I love these hood hinges. I mean, it's 8 bolts bolted in. Take off your factory hinges, bolt those on, put your hood back on, and do some adjustments, and you're ready to roll. Another really cool thing about these hood hinges, usually with any hinge, it's either all the way up or all the way down if they have shocks. The way these are designed, you can actually push that down and it'll stay wherever you leave it. So if you're at a show and you just barely want this hood open where people can kind of peek in and see that engine popping out, that's kind of how you can set it up. It's a subtle thing, but it's convenient whenever you kind of want that hood halfway, not all the way up, not all the way down. Kind of makes it different as well from everybody else at a show. All right, we're about to install these CVF racing hood hinges. So these are like one of a kind. I looked all over the internet for options for a truck like mine that you have to get rid of the factory springs in order to cut out the inner fenders. So what these are gonna allow us to do is just to bolt these directly into the factory replacement, but also they come with these 400-pound shocks with them. So this is gonna be able to lift the hood the same way a Porterbuilt or one of the switch hood hinges would, but it's gonna allow us to do no welding, no cutting, a direct factory replacement, and hopefully it'll work for this application that a lot of people is doing here with their inner fenders. Hope these work. I just want something to go right for once. The first step, what we're going to do here is install these ball studs on here, and then we're going to put the shock on there, and then we'll begin installing. So you're going to want to pull that pin out first. Don't try to force it with the pin in there like I just did, and then just clip it over. Super easy. So a tip on this, if this is facing the wrong way, you'll want to bolt in this bottom, and then I just took a wrench, stuck it in here, and just kind of twisted it around. At first it gave me some hesitation, but then it twisted all the way, and then now I can click it on there.